Hello, everyone, and welcome to Admin Essentials for Chrome On Air. I'm Anuj Goyal, a product manager on the Chrome browser for Enterprise team. Today, you'll hear from myself and a few customer engineers on the team about what's coming to Chrome for Enterprise and how you can better manage your browser deployment. Our team is still working remotely, so we'll be all tuning in today from our homes. And if you're tuning in live, feel free to drop questions below, and we'll be doing live Q&A. Before we start, let's introduce the folks you'll be hearing from today.
My name is Alex Bauer. I am a customer engineer for Chrome Browser for Enterprise. I work with various enterprise customers and I help out with any technical challenges or questions that come out of implementing Chrome Browser in an enterprise environment.
Hey everyone, Fletcher Oliver, Chrome Browser Customer Engineer. So glad you were able to join us today. Excited to tell you a little bit more about extension management.
Hello everyone, I'm Helen Hossain. I'm a customer engineer on the Chrome Browser Enterprise team over in EMEA. I work from the Google London office. Back over to you, Anuj.
Great. Now that you've met the team, let's walk through what's on the agenda. First, we'll take a look at recently introduced Chrome Enterprise capabilities and what's to come. Second, Alex will present setting up cloud management to manage your deployment more easily and efficiently. Next, Fletcher will share with you what you need to know about extension management. And finally, my colleague Helen will walk through update management capabilities and how to choose the best Chrome update strategy for your organization. We hope you can stay with us for the entire session, but in case you can't, a reporting will be made available after the sessions today. Let's get started. Now that we've gone over some of the housekeeping items, I'm going to go over what's to come in Chrome Browser for the Enterprise. As I mentioned before, I'm Anuj Goyal, a PM on the Chrome Browser Enterprise team. So first of all, the Chrome ecosystem is huge, and in this session, we're going to cover updates for Chrome, traditional management, as well as Chrome Browser Cloud Management, and other web properties that impact your organization, like the extensions or Chrome Web Store. Let's look at the latest features from Chrome Browser. First, we've made a lot of tab enhancements. Users can now collapse and expand tab groups, get tab previews, and even send tabs to other windows. We expect these features to greatly increase users' productivity. We've also improved Chrome's PDF functionality. Over the next few weeks, you'll be able to edit and save PDFs. When you close the PDF and open it back up again, it will pick up where you left off. And in Chrome M85, we used a profiling and compilation technique to make Chrome's code run faster on the most common tasks in the browser. If you're running Windows or Mac, you should see a significant improvement in performance. Many of our administrators that have MacOS machines have asked for a package file. This is a special installer format that is easy to script, and it can be easily deployed through UEM tools such as VMware Workspace ONE and Jamf. We will also be working on a package installer for Mac on ARM in the next quarter. We heard a lot of feedback from various customers about controlling how features are rolled out, and now admins will have more granular control with the Chrome Variations policy. At a high level, features are rolled out between updates and also within a release itself. Helen will cover this in more detail. Many of our customers are just starting to manage their deployments through Admin Console, and we are bringing additional capabilities into that pane of glass. In the past year, we have added password alerts, legacy browser support, additional cookie controls, and we consistently work towards improving our UX and performance. You should continue to see these improvements in every update of Admin Console throughout the year. Update controls is a feature that recently landed in Admin Console. The main features are pinning Chrome to a specific version, and 2, enabling the ability to do a rollback. Admins can also configure relaunch policies to control how to alert your end users when a new version is available. Now, to meet customer requirements around GDPR, we've provided an API for taking data out of Admin Console. You will be able to securely gather all of your browser information, including policies and extensions, in case you want to do your own analysis or reporting. Now let's look into what's coming into the second half of 2020 and beyond. We will continue to work on features that fit into our 3 pillars: centralized management, protecting enterprise users, and enabling the business through your workforce. First, let's talk about centralized management. Manage bookmarks is a feature that gives admins much more fine-grained control over bookmarks in the admin console. This is important for enterprises that want to set company-wide bookmarks. We know a lot of you have a ton of bookmarks, and we're working on giving you the controls needed to manage them. We are building a version report to clearly show you major and minor versions of Chrome deployed in your enterprise. This page is great for security and compliance teams and gives them insight into the number of machines running specific versions of Chrome. Helen will dive into more detail on this feature in their session on update management. We also did a lot of analysis about why enterprise users call IT support. Guess what? Most requests to IT are for clearing cache or clearing cookies. So now in Admin Console, an admin can simply find the profile that a user is complaining about and remotely clear their cache and cookies. The trusted tester for this feature should start sometime in Q3. Admins also want the ability to support Chrome on iOS, and we are in the process of adding enterprise support for this platform. You will be able to set up policies from the unified endpoint management tool of your choice. We are also planning to add many APIs. There's a token API where you will be able to get enrollment tokens programmatically, a policy API so that you can read and configure all policies in the admin console, and a reports API to get the info readily from the version report or the apps and extension usage report. Now let's move on to another theme, which is protecting enterprise users. Chrome is carrying through on our goal of making the web a more secure place for end users. We're also working with the enterprise ecosystem to give them stopgap measures while they're working on their change management for features that will be deprecated. And on top of that, we're working with other browser vendors to improve user protection. So first, let's talk about Flash. Chrome has added additional text in the activation prompt in M83 to inform users about the timeline for deprecation, which is December 2020. We've also tightened up the policy in M85, and we're getting ready for deprecation in M87. Please work with your IT teams to sunset old Flash applications. The next feature that is going to be somewhat deprecated is TLS. Chrome will block TLS 1.0 and 1.1 sites by default in M84, and SSL version min can be used to enable TLS 1.0 and 1.1 until May 2021. And third is same site. Since July 2020, Chrome has required cookies to explicitly allow third-party access. We have 2 policies that will allow you to have legacy behavior until July 2021. Another security feature that we're building is warning users when web forms load via HTTPS, but submit via HTTP. This is a huge security risk. We will show a warning when the form is submitted this way, and there's an enterprise policy named Insecure Forms Warning Enabled to further control this behavior. Chrome is also adding anti-spoofing protections in the address bar. This can make it more difficult for malicious actors to trick users with misleading URLs. For example, https example.com/secure Google sign-in will now appear only as example.com to the user. And our final theme is enabling the business through your workforce. Customers have asked for an easier way for end users to request extensions, and admins will now be able to get an aggregated set of requests and then make a decision with their security team whether or not to approve or deny the extension. My colleague Fletcher will do a deeper dive into extension management in the next session. Hover cards will be introduced, and it will allow users to preview what a web page looks like by hovering over a tab so they can see what website they previously were looking at. We've also added another performance feature called tab throttling. We'll throttle down the tabs in the background so that the tabs in the foreground can run faster. This should improve page load speed, reduce memory usage, and also reduce power usage. Now, to help users understand new features of Chrome, we plan on adding a small label for major new features. As Chrome gets larger and adds new features, this helps surface those features more readily. Now, you just saw some of the highlights, and we'll also be working on new reports, better security, and additional integration with ecosystem partners. To make sure you stay up to date with these announcements, we have a lot of collateral that you can look at. First and foremost is our release notes. We have many customers that use these release notes to find out what's coming in new releases of Chrome. Our policy list page, the Chrome Enterprise download page, hundreds of Help Center articles, and our support offerings, including the Browser Specialist team. If you're excited about some of the capabilities that we've talked about today, we invite you to sign up for our Trusted Tester program. It's a great way to preview features and provide our team with feedback before they're released to stable. Thank you. And now I'll turn it over to Alex to go over setting up cloud management.